Hello, Elizabeth Ellis here with Tradeflix Incorporated, and I wanted to make this quick video about the Coinbase, Ethereum, GDax issue. A lot of issues lately. I guess as normal, especially as more and more people are coming into cryptocurrency. And something that first of all, just a couple of weeks ago, Coinbase had issues letting people get their money in and out. For whatever the real reason was, either way, if you think about it, this crash is almost too convenient, considering that whenever people are stopped from doing something that they want to do, they will push to try to do it even more. And so now, so after, Coinbase, after people were then able to go ahead and make their purchases and do whatever kind of transactions they were originally attempting to do in the first place, but stalled out. Now, all of a sudden they're being, Coinbase is being talked about. People finally decide, oh, well, I guess they're the only one in town, so I'll go ahead and give them a try, right? And we get into, back into our routines, thinking that, okay, I'm able to get some cryptocurrency. I'm going to start trading and I'm going to move forward. We're going to move past this. And then what happens? Ethereum crashes. So what I'm saying is this. Point two is that the guy that created Ethereum, I don't know his name. I'm fairly new to this as well. There's a lot of information. It's so very bewildering just to, try to figure out really where to begin. I know it's pretty much like, step one, step two, step three, figure out, how to purchase the coins, where you're going to purchase them from or whatever, get that set up, figure out, how to send and receive, whatever, figure out, which exchange you want to trade on, if you want to trade on instead of just purchasing and holding them, either on the exchange or in your own type of wallet. That's a whole other issue with the different types of wallets and whatnot. But the thing is that the guy who created Peter Baltimore, whatever his name is, the guy, he was sort of hailed in the news about some kind of issue that happened before with, I believe it was Ethereum. He is the one who created Ethereum after all. And then he, gets recognized for basically reimbursing people. So now Coinbase is sort of following in that same step where they're now going to, they're getting this press about, oh, we're reimbursing people. We're the trusted name. But you know what? If they're the only one the only place that Americans can purchase their coins conveniently, as long as they're allowing us to, then I mean, it's really like a monopoly, it's like, where else can you get coins unless you jump through several other steps, several other hoops, and most people probably, I mean, how many people are talking about those extra steps and those extra hoops? How many people are teaching those extra steps? Most people are just like, reporting the news and reporting, exchanges. You can get $10 free with Coinbase, there are some other alternatives that are mentioned, but most people are being referred to Coinbase, even if they're out of the US. And so me, myself, and I would personally prefer, even if it means going slower in the beginning, I would prefer to find a decentralized way to purchase the coins anonymously. Just because of the way that the government, if you've looked into the history of money, like, I'm so new to this, but it's Spectrum or Electrum, whichever one it is, and whatever opinions you want to have about me for not knowing, it doesn't matter. I'm willing to learn. And how people, dug in the dirt and found these, this asset, which was a combination, a mixture of silver and gold and silver, and began to exchange and trade this between each other. Then the government, oh, okay, we're going to take control of this and we're going to pocket, the proceeds. We're going to tax them. We're going to control it. And they're going to believe that it's actually ours and we're giving it back to them. We're benefiting them, and the truth is, it's ours. It was the people, whoever did the work and found it, this something or another that could be traded, right? To kind of keep tabs on what was owed or, agreed upon and how much it was going to be worth and whatnot. So then, those of you who know a little bit of the story behind gold or silver, I mean, I'm just kind of paraphrasing real quick because it's not like detailed in my thinking, but something along the lines of, it then became illegal to have any gold or silver. The government wanted to collect it all so that then they could like connect the value of that gold and silver to a dollar. And then they took the dollar and issued that out. And then from there, they're able to affect the interest rate, the inflation rate, how much that dollar is worth, while actually they're the ones sitting with the gold and the silver, and then from there, they give us loans, mortgages, etc., attach even more tax and fees to that. So they're loaning us our money back, charging us for doing that, and then they give us more loans to pay off the original loan. Now we have even more taxes and fees. So we just it's like a never-ending cycle and a never-ending circle where we're thinking that we owe them something and it was ours to begin with. And we're giving it to them and then paying them for it, instead of them paying us for what's ours. And not even to make this about a them and a us and a they and a whatever. But the fact of the matter is that people really have to wake up, and cryptocurrency really needs to be used in a way where it's really going to be decentralized and under the control of the people, right? Under the true ownership of who truly owns it. And if we're giving our coins, even purchasing coins through an exchange that is not decentralized, we're giving the power back to centralization. There's no point in having any coins if you're going to purchase them through a centralized exchange that's under the rules and regulations of the authorities. Then they creep in and they begin to manipulate and take advantage once again. So think about it. Anyways, gonna get off of here. Thanks for listening. Do whatever, like, comment, subscribe, share, question. Let me know your feedback. I'd appreciate it. I'm just glad that I was able to make a comment on this because I learned a lot about this stuff. I'm learning a lot about it. I'm trying to get going with it, but I don't want to just jump onto Poloniex. I don't want to just jump on a Gemini. I don't want to jump on a GDax. I don't want to jump on all these exchanges that everybody talks about because they're all under the rules of the very people that we say have already had too much power over our money. And now here we are, we have a new source of money, but we're not using it right. We're using it in the same way that we used all the money before. They're taxing us fees, etc., etc. They're taxing us, charging us more. Why does Coinbase need to be paid for something that they don't even own? They don't even own. Okay, and it's going to the miners? Anyway, we could go on and on about this. The simple point is, if it's a decentralized coin, it should be used in a decentralized fashion. It should not be used under the permission of a centralized base. So